Hi, you're watching the Times News. Protesters in Paris have attacked one of French President Emmanuel Macron's favorite restaurants, as tensions over controversial pension reforms continue. Riot police had to form a barricade around La Rotonde bistro, which was briefly set on fire. Thursday was the 11th day of unrest since January, over legislation raising the retirement age by 2 years, from 62 to 64. The country awaits a decision on the validity of the legislation next week. The Constitutional Council will rule on the reforms on the 14th of April, and has the power to strike down some or all of it. Mr. Macron is currently in China to meet President Xi Jinping. The unrest, along with strike action, has caused disruption throughout France, and on Thursday, demonstrations again took place across the country. Trade union leaders are hoping for a large turnout to keep up momentum ahead of the Council's decision. "We haven't given up yet, and we don't intend to," said public servant Davy Chrétien. In Paris, protesters threw stones, bottles, and paint at police at La Rotonde, a famous café frequented by figures including Spanish artist Pablo Picasso. Mr. Macron and his team celebrated there following his 2017 election victory. Earlier, striking railway workers stormed the former headquarters of Crédit Lyonnais Bank, which now houses the BlackRock Investment Company and other firms. France's Interior Ministry estimated 570,000 people took part in Thursday's strikes, although French unions claimed the number was far higher, at nearly 2 million. The unions have called for new strikes and protests on the 13th of April, a day before the ruling on the reform. Though the protests have been largely peaceful, there has been an element of violence since the government in March decided to force the legislation through the lower house of parliament, where it lacks an absolute majority, without a vote. Mr. Macron has defended the move, saying the reform is a necessity. So these are all the latest developments so far that I presented to you. If you like my news, so please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.